French Montana and the fake $1 million watch switcheroo.
French Montana is facing a major lawsuit, and it's all over $1 million watch. Two men from Switzerland, Justo Obiang and Samir Gato, say they met French after a 2015 show in Geneva and stayed in touch. Fast forward to 2024, they plan to meet again in Egypt. According to them, French asked to trade watches with Obiang. When he refused, French reportedly asked to borrow the watch for 30 days during Paris Fashion Week, promising to return it. He even gave them a watch he claimed was worth over $1 million as collateral. But here's the catch. They say French never returned their watch, and the $1 million collateral watch? Allegedly counterfeit. Now they're suing him for over $1 million, accusing him of fraud, unjust enrichment, and more. This story's got luxury, drama, and legal heat.
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I know we in some tough times, gang, but at the end of the day, I don't know why you need to flip and switch and bounce $1 million watch for a fake one. But listen, it's like that movie. What's it called? Catch Me If You Can, or what's the other one? Now You See Me, Now You Don't, on some magician magic shit. We're going to steal the painting. We're going to steal the watch. Well, your boy French Montana. Salute to French Montana, man. This is all alleged. They're coming at him saying he did this. I don't know if he did this or not, but it's an interesting story. Salute to the author Mike Winslow, and salute, I believe this was on allhiphop.com. I want to speak about this because the state of rap, it seems like guys are so caught up in engulfed in this jewelry thing. The jewelry is becoming bigger than the rapping at this point. You got Benny the Butcher on doing a whole conversation. He goes live just to talk about diamonds, just talking about lab diamonds versus real diamonds. It's so crazy, and these guys are making these weird ass pieces. And dudes got salute to my man Stove God Cooks. A lot of these guys got some crazy pieces, and it's becoming it's been a thing for at least 20 years where your piece defines you. Ghostface got the big ass bird on his wrist, like the bird, the I don't know if it's a hawk or an eagle that he wears on his wrist. One of the most exotic pieces. Slick Rick is hands down still the king of this with 40, 50 chains around his neck. It's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, I think when we start running scams, we've been hearing about these rappers not returning the jewelry, running scams. I could give you 5, 10, 15 rappers right now who are being sued for not returning jewelry. There's a lot of them, gang, and this one is another one. These stories are running rampant. I don't know why it's so important to run off with this jewelry from these jewelers, because when these jewelers sue, you look crazy. I think that's what happened to your boy Sean Kingston, sitting in jail right now, him and his mom, over some jewelry and some other stuff. And it's getting to the point where we're losing sight. We're losing sight of what we do this for. I know we do it for pretty trinkets and pretty things, but at this point, if you're doing $1 million swatch for a fake, you're putting a fake watch up for a real one, and now they got to chase you down and take you to court, Frenchie, something's going wrong. I don't know what part of the game is this, gang, and I don't know if you need $1 million watch at all. Me personally, the most you're going to get out of me is maybe an iPhone watch. Like at this point, I'm not going to really be putting a whole lot of money into a watch. I know that's very important to some people, but just not to me. I'm sorry, gang. But I want to talk about this, right? French Montana accused of trading $1 million watch with a businessman and giving him a fake. Again, this is by Mike Winslow. French Montana is now entangled in a lawsuit over a $1 million watch he allegedly borrowed and never returned after Paris Fashion Week. A lot of you guys be going over to that Paris Fashion Week and getting into some shit. I'm just going to be honest. French Montana is being taken to court by 2 Swiss men who claim the rapper borrowed a luxury watch worth more than $1 million and never gave it back. Didn't Drake just have an issue with that Tupac ring? These guys, man, this gold is suspect, gang. It's more trouble than it's worth. I just watched a documentary about how they're tricking all these rappers with all this fake Fugazi gold, and they're pouring you stuff, and then they're charging you triple just because you're a rapper and you want that look. It's running rampant, gang. But let me continue. This is not that. This is something else. The lawsuit filed Thursday accuses the Moroccan-American artist of keeping the high-end timepiece after allegedly borrowing it for Paris Fashion Week in 2024. Plaintiffs Justo, Obiang, and Samir Gato say they loaned Montana the watch under the impression it would be returned within 30 days. I know these jewelers, they love, or these businessmen love lending these watches to these rappers, even though he said, at first he said no, but then he ended up putting up a fake watch for it. They love giving these rappers these jewelry and looking for it back in 30 days, this, that, and the third. I don't know why they keep doing this. These rappers don't. Motherfucking rappers stole a Lamborghini, took the shit all the way back. Who was that? Was it Pop Smoke? Took a Lamborghini from California back to New York. These rappers don't give a fuck. They do anything they want, gang. I don't know why I would never give a rapper nothing. No, nigga, you can't borrow my hat. No, nigga. Let me continue. According to court documents, the dispute began after years of casual contact between the parties. They first met in 2015 following one of Montana's shows in Geneva. The plaintiffs say they reconnected in Egypt, where Montana reportedly asked to trade watches with Obiang. When Obiang declined, Montana allegedly asked to borrow the watch temporarily. So he really wanted that watch. First, he tried to hit him with a, you know how they say if someone likes what you got to give it to them? I think that might be French's culture, where if someone say, oh, I really like that item, whatever that item is, you're obligated to give it to them. Didn't work. Gang was like, nah, I'm not giving you this. So he hit him with the okey doke, like, okay, let me just borrow it. What, like, let's just be honest, man. Let me say this is the realest shit. Why do I want to borrow some strange man's watch? I don't understand. These guys have money. He allegedly, French has got a lot of money. He could buy the $1 million watch himself. Now, I don't know if it's a one of one, or if it's something where it's only a few in the world, or it's just that dope as fire. I don't understand, me personally. If it's my man and I know him, okay, let me wear that watch. I don't even do that, but let's just say for shits and giggles, that's my man's watch and I just want to wear his watch, right? Let me borrow your watch. I'm going to flex on it, da-da-da. He met this guy one time. Now he's asking to borrow his $1 million watch. This is how it is. But see, these rappers know these people are get with their fans, right? And you could get stuff off of them because they're so eager to be. He probably smelt it all over him that the guy was kind of like standing him a little bit, fanboy, and was like, oh, so he looked at the watch like, let me see if I can get this goofy, right? Let's just be honest. These are how these rappers think. These guys from the streets, gang, they from the hood, so they think like that. So he's like, to even ask a man is disrespectful to borrow $1 million. First of all, you know it's insured, right? You know he can't just throw that watch around. So he went against everything he knows to be true to let you get the watch. Let me continue. To secure the deal, Montana is said to have handed over a different timepiece, claiming it was worth more than $1 million. Obiang and Gato now allege that the item was fake. So this guy, let's just talk about it, gang. He said, I'm going to give you $1 million watch for your $1 million watch. He hands you the watch. You don't got the tester. Like, you don't got the boop, boop, boop. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine walking around with a diamond tester. You don't have a diamond tester. Like, you got $1 million watch, but you don't know how to test if the other ones around you are real or not. Make it make sense. So you handed him this thing, and you didn't know what he was giving you. This dude giving you a Timex out the goddamn Montgomery Wards, right? He giving you a Timex from freaking Kmart somewhere. And you're like, okay, bet. You don't know what it is, and you handed over your $1 million watch? I don't know. This sounds like a fan to me. This is really weird. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe he got a lot of bread that the watch didn't mean much to him. I don't know, but I don't think I'm handing you my watch for your watch. I don't know you. But this is when they get caught up in who these guys are. He like the song, right? He likes his, much too much for me. He like his song. So he handed him the watch. He got hit with the dummy move, right? We all got hit with the dummy moves, right? It happens. Let me continue. The lawsuit accuses Montana of fraudulent misrepresentation, conversion, and unjust enrichment. God, well, that is unjust enrichment. If I gave you a watch that's worth $100,000 and you gave me a watch for $1 million, that is unjust enrichment. It's a come up. You are a lick at that point, my guy. The plaintiffs are seeking at least $1 million in damages. So they want the watch back and $1 million. Montana's attorney, Steve Hadid, denied the allegations and said the rapper plans to fight back. Quote, these claims are untrue and he plans to countersue Obiang and Gato. According to Hadid, Montana's versions of events paints a different picture. Let me just say this. I have not read French Montana's version of events. I'm hearing this for the first time with you. I'm going to judge right now if this sounds crazy or not. Because if you got that watch, I'm going to believe he gave you the watch and you gave him a fake, because I'm sure he still got the fake. So let me see this excuse, how wild and how crazy Bronx this motherfucker get with this excuse. The 3-car Molly excuse he tried to throw. Montana claims he went to Egypt because Justo convinced him to go, where he did multiple days worth of media appearances and social media posting, which he got paid for. And he accepted the watch as payment. Holy shit. Now he's saying that he got paid with a watch, gang. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Who does a show for $1 million watch? No one. No one's doing that. No one's doing that. Because just like you gave him a fake, he could give you a fake. No one's doing shows for watches, gang. I'm just going to be honest. And he damn sure gonna give you no $1 million watch. Well, I don't know if this is one of these Saudi Arabians who got money to burn. They're not just handing out $1 million watches on top of your money for your show. I don't know who's doing that. So if I'm a judge right there, I already don't believe. Let me continue. This legal battle adds to Montana's growing list of courtroom troubles. In March 2025, a judge ordered him to pay $402,000 in a civil case involving a dog attack. He's also been named in lawsuits tied to sexual battery allegations and a shooting that occurred on a music video set. French Montana moved to New York from Morocco as a child and built his name in hip-hop with a string of successful albums and collaborations. His engagement to Dubai Royal Shakia Mahara has also kept him in the spotlight internationally. So she got a bag. She got a bag. So he ain't really heard no money from her end. Now, I don't know if she just handed him bags of money or not. But it sounds like Frenchie got some problems, gang. Sound like he might got some problems otherwise with these lawsuits where he could have used that watch and sold that watch. These lawyer fees are crazy. You saw Drake, these lawyer fees are crazy. In celebrity circles, luxury watches from brands like Richard Mille and Patek Philippe are often used as status symbols or informal currency. But without written agreements, ownership claims can become murky. That's what I'm saying. If you don't got paperwork, you're not, first of all, you're not accepting that watch's payment without the paperwork that come with it, right? People do not accept stuff like that without a license of authenticity. They don't accept that. They don't. They don't accept of you just handing them a watch. It don't work like that. Right? There's a really good show. It's called Our Friends and Neighbors, right? Where the guy, he's a rich guy, he loses his job in this really exclusive company that does all, I don't know what they do. I don't remember. It's like they dealing with stocks and whatever they're dealing with. He loses his job and he starts robbing people for the watches, right? He goes in all these rich people's houses and he starts taking their watches out of it. He's like, they're not going to miss this. He starts stealing their watches. Well, he can't move the watches because if you don't have the paperwork, no one will buy the watches. So there's no way this guy handed him a $1 million watch without the paperwork saying as payment. So right there, French, you got a problem, gang. It don't work like that. Let me continue. With parties from different continents and no formal documentation, the case could face complications around jurisdiction and enforcement. Montana's legal team is expected to argue that the watch was compensation for services, not a loan. If the watch is indeed counterfeit, that could weigh heavily in court. Now, the problem really is, it ain't as difficult as they making it, because what's going to happen right here, all they got to say is, before, it's like on some Judge Mathis shit, right? Some Judge Judy shit. Before we even get started, sir, the plaintiff, do you have the fake watch? Yes, I have it. Bailiff, bring me the fake watch. The judge going to hold it up and say, where'd you get this watch from? Well, he gave it to me. He going to look at him, French Montana. He going to say, I don't even need to hear your reason. You gave him this fake watch, the case closed. If you gave him this watch in any kind of way, shape, or form, there's no way you gave him back a watch. If he paid you for your show with the watch, there's no reason for you to give him back a watch. Case closed, case dismissed. Pay this man $1 million and whatever, and give him the watch. You got the watch? If the watch ain't in your possession, you want me, I'm gonna give him another $1 million. So you need to hit your girlfriend off for that $2 million. It is what it is, gang. Listen. I don't know, man. It's just interesting story to me. I don't know about what French Montana got going on with these watches, man. Y'all putting too much on these watches and these jewelries and these chains. Y'all putting too much on it. Y'all risking way too much. I'm not risking in the slightest. I'm not risking this whatsoever. A lawsuit over a watch that I have no paperwork on. This is how we can get you. Now, let's say he did give it to you. This is why you shouldn't accept it, because he can come back and say you stole it. You can't accept the watch for payment. That's why people don't do that. Because then somebody can come back and say you stole it. Listen, man, I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live. Me, TJ, and Fleas on the What Show. We probably talk about this, all right? Listen, I'm out of here, man. My Patreon about to go up. I'm going to give y'all that info real soon. We're going to do something different over there. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
ELB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.